Let's try to implement constructors. They are very similar in behavior, except that what you need to assign into the instance member. Since we have, for example, the last case, so we have a name conflict between parameter and instance member. You can change the parameter name, something like that, or you may keep the same name using a special keyword, this. So at this part inside the method, if I use a keyword this, then this keyword this is holding the address of the object, reference of object currently executing this line of the code. So at this moment, let's see which object will execute this line of the code. Constructor takes two parameters. So in main, constructor that takes two parameters is this one. The others are not there. So by the time this line is being executed, the constructor with the two parameter, this line of the code will be executed. So from main, we know that the object that is executing construct with the two parameter is v4. So v4 is pointing to that one. So here we have a variable v4 and an object is being created, but the address of that object is in v4. So we have a member make and the member year, something like this. So if I go back to constructor, so at this moment, if I use a keyword this, this is holding the reference of this object, which is a v4. So if I do this dot make, means that the make instance member of the object. And then if I simply type make, which is a parameter name make. So similarly, I can do this year is year and the like. So if I use a keyword this at this moment, then this line will be there. So at this line, constructor which takes one string is being called by v2. So here, if I use a keyword this and then dot make, that's the instance member make of a v2 object is there. So like this one. So similarly, if I use this dot year, same thing, similar thing happens. So if you have a constructor overloading, what you will see in general, the pattern is you are going to assign the values to the instance member, typically not assigned, something like this. Just initialize the value. So something like this, you could do something like this as the just implementation, uninitialized or initialized there. So instead of doing these repetitive things, the professional style is implement the most general case. Most general case is that the constructor takes the most number of parameters. All possible parameters are provided. Then the others are subset of the case. So what you do is, for example, if a year is provided but make is not provided, then you can call. Constructor can call another constructor using keyword this. So keyword this is used in two different ways, with a dot or with a parenthesis. If you give parenthesis, you are calling another constructor with a parameter matching. So constructors are method overloading. So if you provide something like this, like this, then this is another constructor call that takes a string and int, that this is the only one. So this parenthesis means now calling this constructor by passing first parameter argument is not available, second one is whatever year you get, just forward it. So you can use a keyword this to implement something like this. In this case, this make is there, but year is uninitialized. And a default constructor, we can still utilize this call and not assigned and 0 and the like. So here is how to utilize keyword this inside the constructor.